Okay, so we're going to talk about the maneuvers for the new CDL test. So the first one, obviously, you're going to start at this square, and we'll have cones set up. These squares on here, and these squares here are the white ones. But the yellow is where we start. Now remember, you do not want your bumper to be inside of that before you start. You want to be behind this last bright line right here. So when you start, we're going to drive. We're going to keep going. Remember, we're not in a rush. This whole exercise is to measure depth perception. So we're going to keep going. And remember, as we're getting closer to the next square, guess what? We got to make sure that we stop inside of the square with our front bumper, right? So at some point we're going to hit the brakes. Remember, when we hit the brakes, we're slowly going to try our best to stop right in the middle of this square. And remember, when you come down, every time you hit the brakes is going to be a point. So do your best not to hit the brakes until you are ready to stop. So the next one, remember, if this is the bumper, we're going to start and we're going to go all the way through until the rear bumper of the trailer is past the square right here. So the rear of the bumper should be about right here. Or maybe even, you could come back a little farther, that's fine. But do your best to keep the truck and trailer as straight as possible as you're approaching. So when you start to back up, guess what? Easy, all the way back. So now we're going to keep going back. Let's see. Just going to keep going back. And remember, you want the front bumper of the truck to completely pass this square, right? So this is straight backing. So the bumpers can be about right here. Anywhere in this area. If I'm in the truck and this is my bumper, okay, I'm good. Remember, don't forget to hit your horn, set your brakes, and hit that horn. Yeah, make sure you do all that, everything you need to do before you start the maneuver. Remember. So the next one is the third maneuver. So we're going to come up. Normally we would have a target cone about right here. So if you're coming through, remember, pull up enough so your trailer does not hit that target cone. It's going to be placed right there. So let's say we missed the target cone. So now I'm going to come all the way over until I feel like that's adequate. Then I'm going to come back the front of the truck, of course, and I'm going to do my best to put my tires 3 to 4 feet from this cone here. There's going to be a cone there and a cone over there where you see the white smaller square. So remember, as I'm pulling through, there's going to be cones all the way up there. I can pull through as far as I need to make sure that my trailer and tractor tires are about 3 to 4 feet. So once I do that, remember, I'm going to be I could be, I don't know, 20, 30 yards. So maybe longer than that. Yeah, longer than that. So once I stop, then I'm going to straight back, right? I'm not going to start my turn for the fourth maneuver until I'm about somewhere in this area. Me, I like to start in the middle. Let's see what we got here. I like to start in the middle of this square right here. Once I do that, of course, I'm going to start my maneuver. I'm going to turn the appropriate way that I'm supposed to. And we're going to make sure that we don't hit Remember, we have a target cone back here. We don't want to hit that. So we're trying to get inside here. Remember, we don't want to get too deep in the box. Well, not in the box actually, but too deep in the lane. So once we do that, then we make that turn 95 on the trailers that we use. So we want to make sure that we're nice and straight inside the box. And I always tell people, from cone to cone, it's 12 feet. The trailer is 10 feet. So you have a cushion of about a foot on each side. So if you keep that cushion, guess what? You're not going to be too close over here to where the cones would be. You're going to be nice and straight in the middle. So we just keep going back. Now let's say I'm backing up and this is the bumper, right, of the truck or trailer actually. So I'm going to keep going back and I want to do my best to slow down and stop about right here, just inside of the box, right in that area, right there. Then that will end the fourth maneuver. Simple as that.